don't know. Somebody around you may be walking with a limp. Somebody may need a cane, or even if it's just temporary. Somebody could sprain their ankle, or you may be hearing about it. Somebody doing that soon. Okay, let's see. Let's go with your questions. Well, he signed the paperwork. Yes. And they're going to be lazy about it, though. They're going to be, oh, yeah, I remember. I was planning on doing that. Oh, yeah. I know I got to do it. Oh, yeah. They're going to keep pushing it off on purpose. And they're going to try to be naive about it to try to trigger you. They want you to be in some type of fear of illusions and that you're going to have to defend yourself, or that it's going to be a long challenge. It's going to be a long road. But it's not. They literally are watching how you're going to respond to this. They just want some type of energy out of you. It's kind of like, hey, well, let me just see if I can do something, because as long as I can trigger you or get some type of energy, we can at least move forward with this relationship, or we can do something that makes me feel good. So yes, they will, but they're gonna move slow on purpose. Okay, so just acknowledge that. It's given just in like a text reminder. Hey, just reminding you of the paperwork. Thanks. Short and simple. You don't have to call. You don't have to like, oh, I'm just like literally just short and simple. Okay. Was this ever real love? From his side, was it ever real love? It was. He was emotionally happy. He felt like this was something that could support him long term when it comes to his family. He felt like he was emotionally balanced, and maybe he felt like you were. Maybe he felt like he was the opposite to yours, but at the same time, he felt like there was a lot of work, or it just felt like it took a lot of work to make him happy or to make you happy. There's a lot of responsibility. And at the point that he would get frustrated, he would start to get in his head, and then his actions would completely decline. It's like, well, you was doing this, and then like, what happened? And then it would become a roller coaster. Initially, there was some love there. How does he feel about this relationship now? How does he feel now? He feels like there's still some type of stability that could be here. Like, okay, if we were to focus, if we were to be disciplined, and we both put in some type of respect and or rules and or whatever the case may be, it's like we can have some type of success. But they're going to come off as someone who's already stabilized. It's like, oh, well, out of ego, you're not going to see me be upset. Or you're not going to see me, look. Yeah, they're going to be strategic. Or you're not going to see me sad. Or you're not going to see me feeling like you got away, or, I'm going through something. They don't want to show you. They're never going to try to show you. For them, that's a mental game. Yeah, they're heartbroken, but they feel like there was some type of, as I said, that they're trying to recover. They feel like there was some type of like betrayal or some type of deception that was just bound to end. It was just bound to, cause a major ending. And it's just like, okay, well, as long as we can heal and forgive, we can balance this out. Or, you're satisfied going through the course, or you're satisfied doing something for your own stability. But, we can release and recover this. We can make plans together. They feel like it's practical. Outcome if you give this a chance. I thought I saw something pop up. Yeah, you're going to have the mental clarity. Like, yeah, I made the decision that I should have. You're going to be like, okay, even though we're trying to be honest and disciplined now, somebody is still going to be stubborn. They're still going to be obsessive. There's still other traits of them that's not going to allow this to be stable. Especially not long term. You're going to end up having to move away anyway. You may be disappointed. It may hurt your feelings, but at the end of the day, the change is necessary. You have to go through it. But honestly, I feel like this is teaching you some type of strength. This is allowing you to decide, what you want to go through and who you want to be kind of going forward without having to be bitter and cold-hearted. Okay, I don't think this is going to make you spiteful towards relationships at all. This is just going to make you more defensive of what you actually want and that you're speaking up for it. So that way you receive the support that you know that you deserve. Okay? But no, I don't think it was all lies. I do think that there was some love here, because it definitely is emotional love. I think that they just try to come off more balanced than they actually were. Okay. I kind of want to know. I don't know if you want to know. Is this person dealing with someone else on the side currently? They are. How's that going? They're not mentally, because they're not mentally there, they're not communicating the way that they need to. So it's just like hey, oh yeah, I forgot. Let's just go on a date, so that way they're trying to brush through a relationship very fast. They're still focused on some type of crisis and some type of failure. They are. They feel like being in this relationship right now is going to help them get some type of courage. It's going to help them, like, okay, I'm going to be, because I'm with this person, it's going to help me get through, and, you know, whatever I got to do with you, or whenever I got to go to the judge, it's going to help me get through something. They're running from one relationship to the other. Okay. All right, let's go to your general message. General message. If you're concerned about a child, or you're just concerned about someone being childish, don't worry about it. Somebody's going to be able to see right through whatever kind of mask or whatever kind of persona they try to put on. Don't worry about it. Told you. You're going to go to court and they're going to be, look how you looking at him. It's like, are you done? Are you done? Okay, I heard you. I hear what you're saying. Are you done? So you were trying to take somebody's home, and you were trying to take their stability. That's what you were expecting. You were expecting to be able to, you know, rock their world and kind of just keep moving because of who you think you are. It's not gonna work like that. So if you're worried about court, don't be worried about court. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna walk away feeling like, okay, I did what I needed to do for my family. I did what I needed to do for my protection, my legacy. And it's just like whatever kind of picture or however they think of you now, or however they go spread to their family, whatever it is, it's like y'all could take that and go on with it. You're not gonna be concerned about it. You also maybe having your mind about something going on with your job. You may feel like you just kind of barely making it, but there's going to be some type of change that you don't see that's going to help you stabilize. You are. Yeah, and you're going to see this as a gift. So this is kind of like, oh, well, we're going to move you departments. We're going to move your hours. Or we're going to move you from underneath this boss, or whatever the case may be, and it's going to help you so much more. Yeah. And if you've been looking for another job or something, you're going to kind of stabilize where you are. You don't realize that you're fine. Okay, what else? General message. Okay, so it seems like you have all the resources that you need. Even if you feel like it's getting dry from time to time, you have the foundations, and or you will you'll be able to find the growth, or, you know, find the people that needs to help you. You'll be fine. I think this is a time for you to rest. You could be seeing 666 a lot. There also could be someone in your childhood that wants to come back and sleep with you. Just FYI. They recognize who you are. Maybe they feel like they dealt with you at one point in time out of ego. They wasn't prepared for a family, or they didn't want anything stable. And now they want to come towards you like, hey, this is an option, or are you adaptable? Are you open to this? But be careful, because this person could be two-faced. This may happen within 7 to 8 days. You could be seeing 777 or 888. You may not feel like, okay, well, where are these resources? I don't see them as of now. It's coming. If you feel like there's something that's missing, it's definitely coming. I want you to kind of explore the world, kind of like, okay, let me just figure out how everything's just going to work out for me. Like, I'm just going to explore. I'm just going to drive today, and we'll just see where I'm supposed to land up. Or we'll just see, I don't really know how I'm going to get this tire changed, or I don't really know how I'm going to pay for this, but we'll just go talk to somebody and just see what they say as far as like an estimate. And then you go and they give you some type of deal or a solution, or they may know somebody else who's very much less expensive but can do the same job, or there's something that just works out for you. But you have to kind of just be like daydreaming and just fairy tale-ish about it. And then once you do, you're kind of just like, oh, okay, I can kind of just sit back. I can kind of just relax. And okay, things actually does happen, even if I feel like I'm in limbo. Okay, so I think you'll be okay. This childhood friend that wants to sleep with you, they could be a Virgo, they could be a water sign, a Sagittarius, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Cancer, an Aries, a Gemini, a Leo, a Cancer. Outcome if you sleep with this person. All right, be careful. The first thing that popped out is roadblock. It may even be a Capricorn. The answer is no. This is going to cause some type of temporary setback and going to detour you somehow, some way. I don't even know where that went. So you may even be losing things. Like, it may just be things out the thing that you're going to have to figure out. And this may somehow block someone else from being generous to you. And it's unlikely that this person has changed. This person is going to come towards you and they're still going to be kind of sealed off, or they're still going to be like, okay, well, willing to say anything or take whatever it takes just so you can tell them yes. Okay, so I don't like it. Again, this could be a Virgo, a Cancer, a Capricorn, a Pisces, Aquarius, a Scorpio, Sagittarius, a Scorpio, a Libra, a Cancer, a Gemini, a Leo, an Aries. Honestly, it could be more than one. Be careful with anybody from your past, okay? All right. Whatever comes out, general message. You may have to be complacent with something ending, right? So allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to go through the emotions, but understand that any type of like confusion that you have is not really real. Like, you know exactly what's going on and what was happening. So don't allow yourself to get back into like, oh, I need more closure, or oh, I have more questions, or oh, I da 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 da. Like, you know what's going on. Yeah, it's going to be how you perceive and how you look at things kind of go forward as they end, okay? Also, if someone else has been putting on a facade to people around them, to their children, to their family, or whoever the case may be, they're going to have to grow somehow, some way. There's a lot of relationships around them that could be dying for sure. And as soon as I said that, create isolation. There's relationships around them that's dying. And again, they may not show you this, but they are definitely the talk of the town. They are a part of the gossip at this point, because it seems like, well, why does this person always get mixed up in some type of confusion? Why? Like, what's really going on? And people are asking questions, but they're like, yeah, but that's not really right. That don't really make sense. They're trusting their own instincts when it comes to this person, and they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna have faith that I just need to keep this person at a distance, and that's what they're doing. So they're losing relationships on their side, slowly but surely. Okay, and this honestly could be up to like 2 to 3 people, like close people. It was destined to happen that way. All right, what else? Anything else for you specifically today? All right, so we know that we're going through a change. We're going through a transformation right now when it comes to relationships, and this, relationship that you thought was going to end up in a proposal or marriage, okay? There still may be some type of nightmares. There may be some type of like, I can't sleep, or I still want to know about this and the third, or how is this person doing this, or why do they seem this? Allow yourself to feel it, but also allow yourself the opportunity to move on it and get that out of your head as well. So it's like, okay, I recognize I feel this way, but I don't want to think about it and go do something else. You may be putting your time in about work. You may be focusing a lot of energy onto work. You may be confused about like, okay, well, what option is going to be best for you, or who's going to invest in you long term? I don't think you should worry about that right now. Because as you progress with something with your job, or something that you are desiring to skill, like you have a side hobby, or you have some type of skill that you want to make practical, by the time you do this, you're going to see these other people as a burden. And you're like, yeah, I'm not even in the same type of headspace that I was when I was first interested. So don't be worried about who your current options around you are. If you're anxious about how people feel about you at work, let's see. They feel like you know what you're doing. They feel like you have some type of balance. You definitely have some type of value. They may feel like you know how to be passive, or you know how to resolve problems, or there's not really any major concerns when it comes to you blending in with everyone else. I don't think you should be worried about work at all. No. But there may be something that they're planning for you, or there's some type of decision that's going to have to be made. And I actually think this is going to lead to your confidence and or a higher position, right? So they're like, hey, we need you to go somewhere for a month, or we need you to go train someone, or we need you to do something else in a different department. Trust yourself in doing so, even if you're not really quite sure how you feel about it. Because again, this change is going to help you for sure when it comes to your emotions. Okay? And again, it may even give you some type of recognition. So be open to this. All right, one more message and then we'll go to confirmations. Anything that's blocking you. Okay, so what's blocking you right now is you feel lonely. You feel loneliness. Maybe right now you feel secluded, you feel unloved. Okay, but you deserve someone who can fully support you emotionally and in other ways as well. Okay, so don't stay in a bad relationship, even if this is friendships, relationships with your family, just because you're lonely. Okay, it's going to keep you stuck long term. What else is blocking you? You may not be talking about how you feel, okay? And it's like, okay, well, I'll get to it. I'll think about it. I'll journal. I'll vlog my feelings later, or whatever the case may be. You're not talking about it. You're putting it off. Okay, and it's leading to you being in more in an indecisive mode that you don't have to be. It's like, oh, I don't feel like myself, or I feel like I'm not really trying to wear a mask, but I just don't feel like I'm, exactly who I am. Talk about it. Get the energy off of you by talking and or moving. Okay. Maybe you feel like at one point in time, like everyone that gets close to you, even if they're friendship, they end up leaving. But that's not true. Some people have some type of addiction. Look, as soon as I said the untrue stories, it's not true. It's just like people have some type of addiction when it comes to the way that they want things to go, and then they end up making excuses when they don't abide by what they said they want. I hope that makes sense. Example: somebody could come to you with the mindset mentality, okay, look, I want to be married, I want to be committed, but then they go through life challenges and they realize that they don't really have what they need to be committed. They start making excuses, and then it starts to look like a lust not love situation. Then they start criticizing you and making you feel rejected, and you're trying to rush to figure out, oh, well, how can we fix this? And then you end up settling, but yet you still feel vulnerable, but you haven't released this. So then you're like, I'm stuck. What do I do? Why do I feel like I need rescuing? You don't. You just need to get up and get out of the situation. Okay. I think you're all right. All right, let's go into confirmations. I don't think you asked me a time question, but I kind of want to give you one anyway. So if you have a time question, go ahead and ask yourself out loud, to yourself, whatever. What's the answer to her question? Relates to time. What's the answer? All right, something that's not worth waiting for, okay? It's going to take a lot of patience. It's going to cause you to be stabilized first, but it will happen through a Taurus season. Now, I just want to say it may take 2 years, whatever that is. Okay. All right. Confirmation. Somebody that's coming back to you that wants to sleep with you could be someone that you never dated. Remember, be careful with this. Don't do something just because you fear loneliness, especially if it's a water or earth sign. Okay. Somebody could be living a double life. Let's see exactly who this is. Who's living this double life? A water sign. This also could be a Leo. Anybody else? A Leo, an Aquarius, a Cancer, or an Aquarius for sure. Okay, they want to take some type of action to try to balance things out, but no. You may have a particular dress or outfit that you're kind of saving, or there's an event that you kind of either want to go to, you have no outfit for, or you have clothes but nowhere to go. Either or. All right. Make sure you're not watching too many readings. Be careful with that. Too many readings could definitely confuse you. Too many readers. All right. Somebody's definitely going to be happy with you, especially once you stabilize. You will meet your person that's for you. Something could go on tomorrow. What could happen tomorrow for you? So make sure you're not comparing yourself or like, oh, well, I expected this, that, and the third. And so now your mind is in a ruckus. Allow things to just be as it is. Like if you compare yourself to someone else, or you're comparing yourself to what you thought you would do, like it's like, oh, well, I thought by this age I would do this, or I thought by this time I would have this. Make sure you're not doing that, okay? Make sure that's important tomorrow. Alright. You could have an Aries around you. This person is not really going to tell it how it is. They could have been in a situation where their person was cheating on them. They're not in it for the long term, just FYI. Okay, you may hear, or hopefully it's not you, but you may hear about some type of accident. It may not be fatal, but it may be some type of like recovery that's needed, especially if it's dealing with a Gemini or another air sign. Okay, you definitely have someone lurking, and they lurk on you or they watch you for comfort, or they're trying to just see how comfortable you really are with your life now. Okay. Somebody definitely miscounted or counted you out, okay? And they were trying to hide their true colors when it comes to it. And now they want to embrace something now that y'all had some type of pause or break. What should be your response to this? So wait, who wants to do this? Who wants to come back out? All right, this could be an Aries or a Sagittarius, maybe even a Virgo. I want you to be strategic when it comes to how you respond to this. Somebody already see you as pure, or that you're committed to your values or whoever you are, but you're still going to stand on boundary. So it's kind of like thanks but no thanks, or thanks but something about March 14th could have been important, or the next 8 days. Okay, happy birthday, happy belated birthday as well. All right. Any other confirmation messages here? All right, so you're becoming more self-aware. Good job. You're starting to clean out old things. You're starting to go through old trauma. There is going to be somebody around you that's going out sad. Who is this? This could definitely be a water sign. Okay, they created somebody or they created a situation and or got somebody pregnant in secret, and they're trying to figure out what they can do practically because they feel like this child is gonna have to be alone, or they're gonna have to figure something out by themselves. Okay, and it's only a matter of time before it comes out. Your parents may need to talk to you as soon as possible. Maybe they feel like you guys are distant or something like that. You could be afraid to let something go, but it's time. It's gonna help you stabilize when you do. Somebody could be hiding the fact that they're gay, especially if it's a feminine. Okay, maybe you're not responding to this person, or they're not responding to you, but they never wanted things to turn out the way it did. When it comes to this she's gay, what should be your response? I don't really think you care. They're like, okay, well, they're gay, but they manipulated this man into not understanding who I was or making a decision, and they're gay the entire time. And now you're about to boss up and or change and go towards someone else and have your wish fulfillment while they're still dealing with somebody who's being strategic against them. So let somebody fall into their own karma. Let them fall into this relationship, and they'll realize it whenever they do. All right, final confirmations. Okay, you may have low energy right now. Somebody's going to want to come towards you soon, but they haven't done it yet. They're definitely stalling. They could be dealing with someone exhausting for sure. If you want to donate to something, you need to get rid of something, clean out something, this is your confirmation. You need to go ahead and do so. This is also giving like, oh, I'm giving stuff out of my house, but I'll just make a free post it on Facebook, or it's like you're giving up something for someone else or something like that, okay? It'll matter to whoever you give it to. It'll help them for sure. Success comes at completing different goal points. Control your anger or you will be sorry, okay? Someone with the initial V could be important, first, middle, or last. Don't try to prove yourself because they don't really matter, okay? Just let it go. There may be something that comes out that's painful and or emotional about this person. You may need to go get your hair done, maybe some type of grooming. All right, a new babe will be out here, okay? Somebody's going to tell you that they love you, they have love for you, that's why they're coming for you, but this could definitely be a karmic Cancer. You need to move on, okay? You need to continue to move on or you're going to get their karma.